Hi everyone, this is your reading for Tuesday, January 30th. Your affirmation for today is, Life created me to be fulfilled. I now release all expectations and I know that I am taken care of. For our reading today, I decided to use the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and your first card for today is Perception. You can see in this image there are two different masks. The first is smiling and very happy, while the other mask is a little sad. It's actually crying. So this relates to some of you watching this video, and I think the message here is that some of you really need to pay attention to your whole perception of life. For example, when you're faced with obstacles in life, instead of feeling pessimistic about them and letting it upset you and worry you, as you see in the second mask, they're asking you to be more like the first mask and take on a more positive outlook. We don't always see things as they are, we see them as we are. And sometimes that is part of the problem, especially if someone is generally more of a negative person. And you can take two different people who encounter the very same experiences in life, and yet they can have two totally different perceptions of it. So the first person might lose their job, for example, or they might go through a divorce or a breakup of some kind, and they might go through a really deep depression or completely give up on life. And the other person might have the exact experiences, and instead of completely giving up and losing their faith in the future, this might motivate them to work even harder to get their life back together. They might think, it really hurts me to lose someone that I love, but if this happened, there must be a reason for it, and maybe there's someone out there who's better suited for me. Or sometimes losing a job can bring about opportunities to start a new business or to pursue your dream job. Sometimes things happen for a reason, and that is usually to put us on our life's purpose. Sometimes it's to get us out of a bad situation, especially if the relationship wasn't working out or you were at a job that was really stressful. And other times, the lesson may be to teach you something that is supposed to make you stronger. I feel like the angels just want you all to be more positive and not completely lose hope in the future or in yourselves when something in life doesn't go as planned. When you're presented with a change or an obstacle, remember the law of attraction is always working, and you are creating your future with your thoughts, so be sure to keep a positive attitude. And the next card is Reflection. So with this card, I think you're being asked to reflect on how you normally handle challenges in life. For example, do you normally feel like you'll fall apart if you lose someone that you're in a relationship with? Are you normally stressed out at work and worried about losing your job? Are you always worried about your family or other people? Are you always worried about how you're going to pay your bills? Or you may be someone who just takes things too personally and you think that people are always out to hurt you. What is your outlook on life? That is what you're being asked to reflect on. What kind of thoughts do you normally think? Are they mostly negative or positive? This is a time to really reflect on your perception. And if it is not a positive one, as in the first mask, then you're being asked to change it. Nobody goes around thinking positive thoughts all day, and nobody always has a positive perception of everything in life. But sometimes you can have an overly negative opinion or an overly negative attitude towards life. And that is something that needs to be worked on or changed for the better, so that you don't begin to manifest the very same things that you are fearing. You could actually bring some of those fears into reality if you focus too much on them. And I feel like the Reflection card is also asking you to consider why things have happened as they did. Look at the bigger picture and just know that there's a reason behind everything. And lastly, we have Transition. Transition is about change. So I feel like this card is also encouraging you to change your perception. So this goes really well with the first two cards. But I also think this card is about some of the natural transitions that we go through in life. Remember, life is constantly changing and we're constantly going to be faced with obstacles. And I feel like the angels are saying that you're going to have to be strong enough to be able to deal with these changes and these challenges and to take everything in stride. This means taking on a more positive perception. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I'll see you tomorrow.